Hello and welcome to another episode of Redless Reviews. Today we will be reviewing Neca's Predalien. Now a quick note about this figure. Like the Deacon, I bought this second hand, so I don't have the box. The box was just a clamshell piece of plastic, advertising other Neca figures, and having an image of the Predalien on the back. Now we'll start out where we always do, by taking a look at the head. Now, AVPR's Predalien had a very controversial design, with some people loving it and some people hating it. I can only give my personal opinions, and I happen to really like the design. Neca has excellently captured here the queen-like design of the Predalien's head, with the Predator dreadlocks jutting off to the side. On the top of the dome, you can also see a more bumped and ridged design similar to the aliens shown in the film Aliens. This figure, while being one of Neca's first pieces, really shows their attention to detail in all their sculpts. Moving down to the face of the Predalien, and you can see where the real crosses between the Predator and the alien begin, with the big chap alien-like dome and the Predator mandibles. Now, it doesn't show up very well on camera here, but you can, in person, and see the horrifying eyes of the Predalien looking at you from out of the dome. It is a very convincing effect. Something that I also think is worth mentioning is that the Predalien is also a combination of both the design of the big chap from the first film and the aliens from the second film, because it has both the ridged head, but then also a dome. Now, moving down to the rest of the Predalien's body, you can see that it's excellently sculpted, which is no surprise for Neca. This figure combines the more fleshy look of the Predators with the more biomechanical look of the aliens, but what I find is really interesting here is the paint application. Unlike most other Neca figures, I can't tell you exactly what they're doing here with the paint, and it seems to be various washes, splotches of oranges, yellows, grays, browns. Anything that you could really imagine being on an alien or a Predator is probably there. All of that is then gone over with a gloss finish. You can also see throughout the figure, in some of the more Predator-esque sections, little freckles like the Predator has throughout its skin. Now, moving down the tail of the Predalien, and you find that it ends in a very sharp-looking blade that is thankfully made of a softer, more rubbery type plastic, so you're not going to cut yourself on it. But it does definitely give the illusion that it could be used as a stabbing weapon against your predators. Now for the Predalien's accessories, and you get the bare minimum. You get 3 sections that can be used to, if combined, create a display base for your Predalien. These pieces are sculpted and painted relatively nicely, and they can be combined to make a display base for the Predalien. Now, in terms of assembling them, each piece has a peg on the top and the bottom, except for the middle piece, which simply has 2 holes in it. Couldn't be more simple. You take the pegs on the undersides of the base, align them with the holes on the center piece, plug them into each other, and then you have a display base. Then the Predalien has peg holes on the undersides of its feet, which you simply adjust the stand to your liking, and then plug the Predalien into it, and it does a decent job of holding the Predalien up. Alright, now moving on to the Predalien's articulation, and this is unfortunately where this figure shows its signs of age, because it cannot move very well. So what do we have here? Well, the mouth can open up about this far before you start really stressing out the joints, and can close almost all the way. Now, it actually does have good neck articulation. The Predalien can look down really well, can look up decently well, can turn to this side very well. Can't turn to this side at all, weirdly, though. It can tilt its head very nicely. And then it can also pivot side to side. The arms go out a little bit. They can go forward and back. Okay, something I'm going to have to caution you all on. This is a very old figure. I have watched people on video break Predaliens, so please do be careful when you get yours in hand. You have a bicep swivel. Okay, this is the really sad part. No elbow joints. This guy cannot bend his elbows, so the elbows on the figure are pre-posed in this awkward way, but you do have hand swivels. Now, moving down to the legs are on swivels. They can go forward that far, back that far, swivel at the middle of the leg, but not the knee. The knees, unfortunately, don't have any articulation, nor do the hoof feet. And then the tail of the Predalien is technically on a wire frame, but the wire, as I just demonstrated, is very stiff and does not bend very well. So that is definitely a big downside to the Predalien. Alright, now for a size comparison consisting of the Black Series Mandalorian, the Marvel Legends Baron Zemo, the DC Multiverse Batman, the DC Multiverse Joker, the Vinyl Gamera, the SH Monster Arts Nargacuga, the SH Monster Arts Godzilla vs. Biollante Godzilla, the recently reviewed Neca Deacon, the Neca Neomorph, the Neca Big Chap Alien, the Neca Dog Alien, the Neca Elder Predator, Alpha Predator, the Neca Alien Queen. Now it is time for the question of the day! Is the Predalien worth it? Let's start out by taking a look at its original price. The Predalien originally retailed for $20 to $25. At that price, it is totally worth it. But it is now, since on the aftermarket, come up to a price such as $300. If you are considering buying the Predalien, you are probably one of three kinds of people. 1, you buy every NECA figure. 2, you like the movie. 3, you like the Predalien. I happen to fall into that third type. So, the sculpt on the Predalien is fantastic. There are no two ways about it. It looks amazing. You can pull off all kinds of cool pictures with it. It looks great. The articulation, unfortunately, does kind of stink. It can't really move that much. The wireframe tail is difficult to work with. It's not very articulated. That said, the paint application on this thing is amazing. And just, you can see all the intricacies. The paint apps really bring out the details of the sculpt. It's great. It really is. As for an older NECA figure, this is fantastic. And while it's not worth $300, I'd say if you can get it for a good price, go ahead and get it. Alright, congratulations, you've made it to the end of the video. And now I have a gift for you. A gift in the form of a stop motion animation. But like I've said, the articulation on this figure is really limited, so the stop motion is also really limited. So yeah, I worked with what I had. Alright, thank you for watching. Please consider liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing!